Caryville, a place very familiar to our team. This rural town is home to 5 haunted places: the Spring Brook Lutheran Church, which is supposedly haunted by a pastor who hung himself in a belfry, a story claimed to be false by the owner, Charlie Best. The old schoolhouse directly across the street is said to be haunted by a boy named David who died of a terminal illness. The building, also owned by Mr. Best, unfortunately looked to be under renovation, and our team took B-roll shots of it. Down the road lies the 240th Avenue Bridge, which is said to be home to the spirit of a prom queen who drunkenly drove off the road and died. Ghost cars are also said to drive people off of the road. Further down the road yet is the Meridean Boat Landing. The boat landing is said to be home to the ghost of a steamboat cook named Meridean who died on the island across the river. The islands were supposedly nicknamed the Meridian or Meridean Islands after her. Her grave on the island was said to have been washed away in a flood, so now her spirit angrily pulls people under the water. From the boat landing going up the hill, some have seen what they described as hellhounds with glowing red eyes. And once you reach the top of the hill, you're greeted by the Sandhill Cemetery. This small cemetery is said to be home to spirits of children and a demon named Blackie. If that wasn't scary enough, this demon has the power to travel and has been seen at each of the haunted Caryville locations. The first time we visited Caryville, about 3 years ago, we were approached by residents, including the owner of the church and schoolhouse. All of them claimed that the stories were false. Surprisingly though, we did get some evidence. The church didn't give us much evidence besides a few creepy captures, including Blackie's name.
Can you say your name to us clearly so we can understand you? What was that?
I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know.
The schoolhouse? Same thing. Not much evidence, but still had some weird things, including behavior from me that doesn't match how I'd normally behave, and a set of creepy glowing eyes, which our team thinks could be Blackie. The 240th Avenue Bridge yielded no good results, as did the boat landing. However, the road up to the Sandhill Cemetery and the cemetery itself were incredibly active. We got many creepy and demonic sounding spirit box voices, as well as capturing the schoolhouse ghost name, David. With this evidence, our team would argue that the cemetery is haunted and the demon Blackie does exist and can travel to and from the other locations. While the other Caryville locations did not seem to be haunted, as the residents claimed, it is hard to deny our creepy evidence. Therefore, we decided to return.
We are once again in Caryville, Wisconsin, and this time, instead of going to the 5 haunted locations around us, Sandhill Cemetery, the church, the schoolhouse, we're actually going to go to this haunted island across the river.
Happy Island, part of the cluster of islands in the area known as the Meridian Islands, which the name is said to originate from the passing of the girl named Meridean, used to be home to the town of Meridian. Currently, Meridian is located near Caryville on the mainland. However, as we stated, this was not always the case. The original Meridian, Happy Island, was an island with farmers. The town grew to have well over 100 residents because of the money brought in from logging, with wooden ferries and bridges being the only way to get on and off the islands. Ferries and bridges that could and did break down easily. As the ferries and bridges broke down often, the logging industry died down and more flooding occurred. The town of Meridian being located on an island was no longer desirable. Therefore, the people of Meridian decided to move the town off of the island. This included physically moving all of the homes and buildings, including the church. The haunted Caryville Church, Spring Brook Lutheran Church, was in fact from the original Meridean Island according to the owner. But if the town was moved, why do people still continue to see people on the island? Some claim the people they see are ghosts. Some even claim the island is where the boat landing's hellhounds come from. Though it's never been proven, there was also supposedly a secret abusive asylum at the heart of the island. So, is the island haunted? Are there foundations of buildings and other artifacts left over from the original Meridian town? Does Meridean's spirit have anything to do with the islands that were supposedly named after her? Is her spirit the one that is seen on the island? And is Meridean's spirit as bloodthirsty as some claim? Find out in this Wisconsin Haunts special.
All right, so they're gonna kayak. It's gonna rain in a little bit and maybe lightning, so we gotta do this fast. We gotta get across so we can quickly just get the shots we need and get the evidence we need. And I'm gonna swim across. I'm gonna swim across that so that we take less time and we can get this done faster so that we don't get caught in the storm. A little nervous. This could go very bad. Just hope it doesn't.
Well, got all of our stuff in here, most of it anyway, and now we're off to the island. So there is the haunted island. And this water is right here is where the ghost of Meridean supposedly pulls people under. So good thing I'm in a kayak. See the storm coming, so I don't know how good our investigation is gonna be tonight, but we'll give it our best shot. And we are here. So we are on the island, Happy Island, and we just have our phones as cameras and GoPros because it's gonna storm, so we'll try to do the best investigation that we can. Let's just go and investigate this abandoned island. It looks like there's a path maybe right there. We gotta get to someplace where it clears out under the trees. I don't think there is one. We could just do the island, like by the rock. I don't see. Like I'm looking into the woods and it stays thick like this. Just from what I can tell. I was hoping we could find like a foundation of a building or something, but it would be so far in. And it would be covered in foliage. It looks like. I don't know if even if we could get in, I don't know if we could see it. I think I see a part where it slightly opens up, but I can't tell. I don't know, Matthew, it's your call. What do you want to do? Well, if we can't get in, we might as well, we're already kind of in, we could do a dowsing rod here or something.
This is where the ferry came across, right?
Yeah.
I might go in to see if I can get deeper.
Go with your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go in.
All right. Dowsing rod session in the abandoned island.
Whoa, well, I got an X already. X means there's a spirit present. Right is yes, left is no.
This was the spot I thought I saw that looked like it was clear, but I think that Matthew made the right call. There's not much we can do for setting up film here. It's a little too thick.
Is it true that there was a little girl named Mary Dean that was buried on this island?
So yes.
Yes? Okay.
I don't even know if we could find a foundation if we saw it. If it was here, it'd be too overgrown. It's too thick for us to really film in here, so gotta head back and we gotta go regroup with Matthew. But something I might do is walk around the island and see what I can find there. But walking through is not an option.
Was Meridean's grave washed away in a flood?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Way too thick, bro.
Oh.
But I might go around the island and see if there is anything around it.
Okay.
Are you still there?
Oh, did you see that? Are you lighting up the meter?
Oh, yeah, X. Okay. Yes.
Can you light up the meter again?
It's right in front. You can use some of our energy if you need to.
Oh,
Wait.
there we go.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Is it true that this island is haunted? Okay, we got X right away. Thank you. Is it true that this island is haunted? It's going to yes. Okay, thank you. Does Blackie come to this island? Is that part of the reason why it's haunted? Doesn't want to answer.
Not getting much else with the dowsing rods, we tried a necrophonic session. Tried.
What is it doing? Not even loading.
This is on the cloud.
Unable to install.
All right, attempt 2. I'm gonna try and see if I can find anything walking around the island because it's pretty clear. It's a low tide, and we're gonna see if anything pops up. I feel like there's gotta be a way into this island. People come here. A lot of the time, Matthew has a thing where he just feels it or something like that. Feels the presence. Honestly, I don't know if it's the rain or just how cloudy it is, but it definitely feels a bit ominous out here. Hold up. This is a perfect brick. I think it was uncovered by how low the water level is right now. Now, I have no means to say for sure how old this is, but considering that there is nothing around us and the closest house is up there and the water flow is this way, there's no way it could have come from there. I think this brick is evidence of the people that used to live here. So I think that's something. I thought it was a box at first. That would have been way cooler. But there's something. So there were people here, I believe. And they did build.
Are you shitting me? We can't even do a spirit box?
What's the matter?
I don't have the right cord.
Oh no.
Everything is going wrong.
What the heck?
It seems like every time we do one where there's a demon, everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
As I said on camera, it seemed like we were experiencing a bunch of weird coincidences. Also, as I said on camera, it always seems to be when we're dealing with a demon. I mean, just think for a second. The Devil's Punch Bowl, we had so many weird coincidences. We had SD card mishaps, GPS malfunctions, camera malfunctions. Satan's Cave, we forgot most of our equipment even though we swore we had it, and then thought we lost it in the cave system. Not to mention half of our video files mysteriously disappeared. And now there's a huge storm coming, making us leave our big cameras and equipment in the car, not to mention we can't even access over half of the island. But most notably, just after asking about Caryville's demon Blackie, our necrophonic app is unable to be reinstalled and our spirit box cord is not in the ghost hunting equipment case, seriously hindering our investigation. It just seems like every time we're dealing with a place that's about a demon or a devil or a variation of that name, like Devil's Punch Bowl, Satan's Cave, and now the Caryville demon, it just seems like there are always such weird investigation manipulating coincidences, and they're just so hard to brush off as coincidences. But if that wasn't proof enough that something was messing with us, just wait.
I can just hold it next to the speaker, I guess, but
Yeah.
it's not ideal. It's the loudest it gets.
Really?
God.
Without a speaker?
Yeah.
It's not Bluetooth. What was that? Did it just run out?
What the hell?
What
It
is
just,
going on?
it got really quiet.
After deciding to just hold the phone microphone up to the small spirit box speaker to try to get something, the spirit box audio lowered by itself. but the screen said the volume was still up all the way. No one pushed a volume button and it would not go back up. The batteries were brand new and the screen also said they were full. There is no explanation for this at all.
Just try the rods one more time.
I get the feeling that somebody doesn't want to talk to us. Like we're supposed to be here. I mean, everything's going amiss.
All right, the walk continues. Oh. Something else here. Piece of rusted old metal. Again, I have no idea what this is from. Could be from the originals, but maybe it somehow ended its way up down here. Don't know. Some more debris. Old nail. Definitely remnants of this place. It's pretty cool.
All right, we are on the outskirts of the island now, and we're going to try a dowsing rod right next to the water where the ghost of Meridean is said to pull people under.
You can X if you want to speak with us, if there's a spirit present. Kind of made an X, little one. Okay.
Not getting much, we decided to dip the rods in the water. The water Meridean's ghost supposedly pulls people under.
How do you want to talk to us? Is it true that Mary's ghost pulls people under? It's just the wind.
I thought this was about halfway or around the island somewhat. It's not. I was wrong. So I think for me, my move is to head back. If I go too far, I won't be able to get back in time for us to get out of here before it gets too thunderstormy. Found some stuff though. That brick, that metal. Yes?
Yo, where are you?
I went all the way around.
Well, we're ready over here, so if you want to start heading back.
Yeah, I'm on my way. Packed up stuff.
Alright.
All right, Matthew just called me. Time to head back before the rain gets us, and we are screwed out here.
So we didn't get much stuff. We got a little bit right at the start, but then not much after that. We did find some weird artifacts, maybe from the ferry that used to be right here. We found old metal pieces. He found a nail and bricks, yeah. So since we didn't get a lot on this island and we really can't get anywhere on it besides right here, we're gonna go to the other haunted locations and see if we can drum up any activity. So let's get back in our kayak.
After packing up and driving up the hill with the dangerous drop-off, we arrived at the Sandhill Cemetery.
Right now we are in the haunted Sandhill Cemetery, and this is the cemetery that's supposed to have the demon named Blackie, so we're gonna see if we can maybe communicate with a child spirit, or maybe even Blackie himself. I wonder if that got that. That was already kind of spiked up.
Did it?
I wonder if that got that. I wonder if that got that.
The GoPro did indeed capture the spike. The EMF detector is a device that picks up electromagnetic frequencies, which are what spirits are said to give off. A 1.3 reading means there was a fairly strong energy present. We also set up EMF detector traps on the ground, hoping to catch a spirit walking through to communicate with us.
Is Blackie here? Are there any child spirits that want to come talk to us? Let me try the rocks. Yeah.
Are there any spirits that would like to speak to us? X means you're present. Assuming that's an X. Are you a child that is buried here? Are you the spirit of a child who was buried here? I would say that's a yes. Is there a presence named Blackie that haunts the cemetery? I would say that's a yes. Okay.
Are there really child spirits here, or is it the demon Blackie mimicking the spirits? Are there really spirits of children here?
Don't be shy. Are there really spirits of children in this cemetery?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we talking to one right now?
Yes.
I'm gonna take a couple pictures if you want to keep asking questions.
Okay.
Maybe ask if Blackie mimics kids, if he goes to the schoolhouse. Change. What? I literally just put those in. I just put those in, fresh out of the package.
That always happens.
But like literally 5 seconds.
I know. Does the entity named Blackie go over to visit the schoolhouse? Not doing anything.
We should open our photos in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Should we be watchful of any negative spirits or demons? Yes, we should. Okay. I don't know. Not having a lot of success. You want to try the spirit box?
All right, let's try the spirit box in Sand Hill Cemetery. Do any spirits want to come and talk to us? We can hear your voice through this.
Can the person that was speaking to me on the rods, vine rods, can they say something? Tell me your name. Tell me your name.
I feel really weird. Like, my head is like...
Your head pressure in your head?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Like I'm getting a headache.
People.
Sure.
Try these with that on. Is Mary Dean a real person?
I feel like a girl's voice saying I am.
Did she die on the original Meridean Island? Is there anybody here anymore? If we come back here at night, will you be more inclined to talk with us? Well, I hope that was a yes. I'm sorry we can't understand you very well. We have to play it back. All right. Well, we got some stuff, definitely. I don't know. Feels really weird. Like I felt really weird when I was sitting there for a second, and then it kind of went away once I started using the rod. So I don't know what that was about. It's just kind of it's just a weird area. It doesn't feel like it did last time at all. Like it's really like calm.
Yeah.
Whereas last time it felt more like unnerving.
Well, I think there was stuff going on last time we were here because remember that, like you said, the notebook was there, and I don't know if people were doing stuff they weren't supposed to in the cemetery, stirring things up.
Yeah. It just feels calm right now.
Yeah, I'm not really sensing anything bad. There was just that sense of pressure, but that could be the weather, you know?
Yeah. All right, well, we'll be back here tonight.
Yeah.
While we did get a couple interesting voices, like the name of the boy who died at the schoolhouse again, we didn't get much daytime evidence, and no more EMF activity. Would nighttime prove to be as uneventful? Usually, it never does.
As the thunderstorm had a greater risk of happening at night, we decided to just investigate the cemetery and the boat landing. We didn't get much on the island anyway, so it wasn't worth the risk of getting struck by lightning.
So we were back at the Sandhill Cemetery at night, and I'm gonna put some brand new batteries in this again, and if they go off, or if it dies, then like there's no explanation for it. We're getting some. Can you make the third one light up?
This is kind of hard to see. That I can barely see it.
Turn off the infrared.
I don't know if that would help make it worse. Okay, well you can see that.
Can you make this third one light up? Yo, what? I did not put new batteries in this. It's full. What the fuck? What the hell?
Okay, X means there's a spirit. Right is yes, left is no. Is there anyone here that wants to talk to us? If you're here, make an X.
Whoa, what the
What?
I don't know what that was, but it freaked me out. It was like a
Bunny?
Something going whoa over there.
no, it was like, I don't know if it was going through the woods or something, but it was really close to me. Maybe it was the rods. Did you shake them or something? Did it like
did.
echo off?
I shook them.
Whoa, what the
We determined the noise I heard in the woods was Anne shaking out the dowsing rods. See, the cemetery is set up in a specific way. There are 3 walls made from either corn or shrubbery, and any loud noise will bounce off these walls, seeming as if it is coming from them. That is why my reaction to the noise was delayed, because I heard it after the sound wave had the chance to bounce off the wall, seeming to come from there.
Whoa, what the
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate? Make an X if you're here. No. Okay. Make an X if you're here with us still. Ooh. Feels like it's pulling. Yep. It's pulling. X. Thank you. Are we talking to a spirit of a child? No. Okay. Are you buried here in the cemetery? No. What is it doing? One's going one way and one's going to, it's pulling really hard. Okay.
So the entity talking to Anne was not a child spirit and not buried in the cemetery. Was it Meridean, or creepier, was it the demon Blackie?
Here in the back of my neck, standing up, X. Something's here. Are you an evil spirit?
You let this up? Come over and put your hand on it and it'll light up. See that?
Neither camera captured the spike, but Anne and I both saw it.
Can you do it again? No. I'm getting that pressure in my head again. Worse than before.
Just as I was feeling the pressure in my head, something I usually only feel when there's a strong energy present, a car unfortunately pulled up, interrupting our investigation.
It's a car. They're probably trying to do something here too.
Head.
What?
There was something really bright above your head.
While we were waiting for the unexpected guests to quiet down, Anne captured a strange bright light above Matthias's head on the digital camera. These circular light anomalies, called orbs, are a form spirits can take in photos. While we did capture some examples of moisture throughout the night, this was certainly not a bug. So is this an orb or moisture? It's hard to tell. But then, realizing it was getting pretty late and there was still a chance for a storm, we decided to go ahead with a spirit box session.
Are there any spirits here? Are there any spirits here? Are there actual child spirits here, or does Blackie mimic them? Are there actual child spirits here, or does Blackie mimic them? Is Happy Island haunted? Yeah, we're really not getting much. Alright, I think you want to hook it up to the car and then just drive down the road to the boat landing.
I'm cool with that, man.
Alright.
While it was disappointing to have so much dead air on the spirit box, which was not included to save time, we still got a couple interesting voices, like the one claiming to have lived on Happy Island. Not to mention, Anne captured another possible orb on her digital camera.
Alright, we are in the car and I'm about to hook up the spirit box, so hopefully we can get some voices on the road down to the boat landing. Let's start it up.
I'll try to go as slow as I can on the hill, but it is steep, so
Okay.
I'll do my best.
Are there any spirits that want to talk? Are there really hellhounds on this road? Can we see the hellhounds? Can we see the hellhounds? Does the ghost of Meridean haunt the boat landing? Does the ghost of Meridean haunt the boat landing? Does the ghost of Meridean haunt the boat landing? Is there anybody that would like to talk?
Sounded like a woman's
Is that
voice.
Meridean?
This could have been Mary Dean's spirit trying to communicate, as we were just about to pull up to the boat landing, the area she is rumored to haunt.
Meridean, you want to come talk? We can hear your voice if you talk out loud over by us. Is Happy Island haunted? It's pretty quiet. Should we call it a night?
I think so.
All right. So that was our investigation into Caryville and the lost Meridean Island. The island itself is rich with history, and we found plenty of artifacts we believe to have been from the original Meridian townspeople, including a rusted metal piece we think could have been from the ferry. While we experienced some weird coincidences on the island and got some mild responses.
Was Meridean's grave washed away in a flood?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It could have been from transient energy. The coincidences indicated that the transient energy may have been Blackie. And think about it, if the demon is able to travel all around Caryville, why wouldn't it be able to cross a small river? Water that is considered a paranormal superconductor. Water with a legend of its own. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go back to the island at night due to the storm, which actually never ended up happening even though there was a 100% chance all day. However, with the lack of evidence we got on the island, we would consider it not haunted for now, but further investigation may need to be conducted to determine that officially. Sandhill Cemetery, just like last time, upheld our belief that it's haunted. The pressure in our heads, along with our paranormal instruments, detected a decently powerful force. We even got the same name, David, that we got last time. The name of the boy whose ghost is said to haunt the schoolhouse. We also got a voice near the boat landing that could have been Meridean.
Sounded like a woman's voice.
Meridean?
Along with some other very clear voices. But one thing is certain. The activity in Caryville seemed dampened, just as Anne said during the daytime portion of the investigation. So was Caryville visited more frequently 2 years ago in an attempt to communicate with spirits? Despite the car with a family who wanted to investigate while we were there, were people visiting the locations less, allowing the strong energy we felt 2 years ago to sort of dissipate? Now, this doesn't mean there wasn't any energy. As I said, we felt it and captured it. It just felt different than before. More empty. Less evil. But even though the energy was less than before, Caryville is still a classic Wisconsin haunt.